So much fun. Hey guys, welcome to the studio. It's just one more day until Christmas. We still got here some Christmas party leftovers. Also a little bit of burger bread. And Nutella, I think. Perfect breakfast. Nutella burger, I mean, if that's not a thing, someone should actually do it. I'm sure you can understand me. If you eat way too much sweet stuff, you need something salty to neutralize it. That's just the way it is. I can't help it. I just need to stop. So why am I here in the studio? These little bad boys right here. I just can't wait to play around with them, connect them, listen to what they are doing, how they sound, how it differs and all of that. But I only got like 1.5 hours to do so, then I have to head back home. We're having guests coming over and I still need to prepare food and everything. So doing that really quick, and then just another edition of TrackSubmits. Welcome to TrackSubmits. This is the last episode of this year, very likely, so enjoy it. I picked again a couple of songs random out of all of the songs that I received. If you're interested to send me your song to get feedback, the link is down below in the description. But now, without further ado, the first track by William. It's called Oh. Not bad, definitely got the mixing all right, into the right direction. There's nothing really out of balance, but I think you need to polish more the individual parts. Like the chords, they're okay, but they could be a lot nicer. Trying to find a better piano sound, a better reverb, getting the length of the piano right. Also the sustain of the piano, you can use the pedal or just draw it in the MIDI. It sounds different, it sounds a lot nicer if they are kind of like gluing into each other a little. The kick drum is something I would personally actually just replace with another kick. It's like missing that bottom end punch. It's a little kind of too high sounding, and the main synthesizer and the main melody is not really my thing. It's a little too playful for me, but if that's what you actually wanted to do, then it's of course totally fine. I just don't know if it's strong enough, because this entire track is this one melody with this one chord line. There is not much change, no vocals, so I don't think it's enough for a complete song. Maybe a counter melody on top to make it more interesting, maybe an arpeggiator, or just making this main melody a lot stronger. And with stronger I mean like make it simple, catchy, like one of those big room EDM songs. They usually just have this one melody, or the Avicii songs, they have this one strong element that carries the entire song. I know it's hard to find something like this, but just try out different versions. I also do that with my tracks. As you know, a couple of days ago I did an A and B comparison of a drop. So I try out multiple versions for a song and just see what works. So sometimes I have like 5 versions that differ quite a lot, and then I just pick the one that works the best. Different melodies, different styles, different sounds, just kind of to make sure that it's the best I could do, at least at that moment in time. Next up by Speedometer, a song called Accident. You can see immediately that there is something wrong with the arrangement just from the waveform. There is no real break. There isn't enough dynamic within the arrangement, meaning having like quiet and soft parts and like punchy and drop kind of parts. So the contrast is missing, which usually makes a song boring and just sound like a loop. And then the mixing here isn't really on par. The kick is okay, the bass is a little bit too loud. the main synthesizer sound that comes more towards the middle of the song. It just really sits above the entire track and sticks out and doesn't feel connected to the rest. So just lower it in volume. This will already help, because usually you want to have like the kick and bass, at least the way that Span is showing it, to be on top, and maybe the hi-hats and the middle part, the vocals and everything, to be a little bit more subtle. This makes your track sound immediately a lot kind of cooler and more modern. It needs that bass, not too much, not too little, really the right balance. I explained everything about that actually in another episode. If I find it, I will link it up there. Next by Trap House Gang, No Clue.
I don't wrote a couple verses, but they hit the ball. I see you pushing in the surface, I can show you proof. Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do. Oh, you got no clue if you know what you do. Oh, I'm in the queue, in the queue, in the queue. Oh, me and my crew, yeah, we sticking like some glue. Now we here with TPG, we made it there. Told my mama we gon' make it, man, it's real. Gotta knock us out the camera, we no fear.
I'm really not like a hip-hop expert. This sounds fine. It definitely achieved what I said about the previous song, like keeping everything like in the mix. This way it sounds cooler, having a little bit more bass, a little bit less top end. I think for this kind of rap this actually works. But about the rap itself and how this competes to other rapper hip-hop kind of styled songs, I don't really know. I'm not anymore into that much. The last hip-hop vinyl record I bought is like at least 10 years ago. So maybe you have more clue about hip-hop and might leave a comment down below. This one by Deep Jones, Missing You, sounds pretty much like some of my early works. It's a old school influenced house song, kick, big bass, vocal sample on top, and you're pretty much done. The mixing is fine. I think just here, like, it's a little too loopy, too boring. There isn't much happening. The vocal repeats too many times and doesn't change. You need to put some effect on it and make like one vocal chop change to the other. You could also start making a melody out of it to make it even more interesting. The bass melody is kind of okay. I don't think it's like groovy and catchy enough. There are like some gaps between the notes, or the gaps between one note and the other at certain points is a little bit awkward, like too long. You're actually expecting the bass to hit one earlier and it doesn't, and it's like not natural flowing that much. So I would rethink the bass line, and the vocal chops need to be more interesting. But then I think you got a good track. The arrangement is good, the mixing is fine, the bass sound is cool, the vocal chop, yeah, really rethink the pitching to make it fit better to the bass and everything else. Last but not least, by Owen, Lost. Cool, unique song. I love the drums, I love the bass line. It's kind of sucking towards the kick, which always makes it really, really groovy and like impactful. Also, the main synthesizer sound is cool, so it's nice in the mix. I'm just missing again like the main topic or theme of the song. It sounds like there should be a vocal on top, or it sounds like there needs to go like a main melody on top to make it a complete full song. So if you want to keep it as an instrumental, try to find a nice melody with like a unique synthesizer to play on top of it at certain sections of the song, or maybe try it with a vocal. I think if someone sings on top of that and like hits the right vibe to go with this instrumental, this could actually be a release. So yeah, that's it for track submits. If you want to send your song, link in the description. I will now play around a little more with the fake SSL compressor. It's like not a real one, it's a self-built one, that is actually better than the real one because it has like a mix knob. The original didn't have one. And it has also a mode where you can make sure that it doesn't compress the lower frequencies below a certain frequency. So really nice for drums. If you want to parallel compress them, you can mix it and you can make sure that the kick isn't affected that much. Playing around with clicky buttons. So far I couldn't tell like a real improvement in sound to the one that I have on my computer. It sounds different, but I couldn't say that it sounds necessarily better to actually go through the trouble actually routing it through the compressor, but I will further test it. Let me know if you're interested to have like a full video on the 500 rag of the compressors, how the sound difference actually is. Maybe I will do it even in 2 videos and kind of split it up, part 1, part 2. Let me know what you think. We'll see us tomorrow. Back again. Tomorrow's Christmas or Christmas Eve, so I have to come up with something interesting. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Sign out.
Can't shake the feeling, I can't help myself. In time with the city.